All right, it's 9:01. Race, do you want to start us off?
No,
Sarah, how about you?
Uh, so how about them ponies?
That's it. That has to be the intro.
that was the intro.
I'm going to edit the actual episode to start off with you saying, how about that?
Oh my, that was good. I'm afraid to even go on from there. I'm kind of thinking that that's a wrap.
That's episode 7. Well, guys, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next week with episode 8. This is Saber Spark.
And I'm AC Race Best.
And we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Sarah,
Whoa.
let's not get too ahead of ourselves, okay?
All right, so I'm not kidding. I'm using that for the intro. What's up, guys? As always, your lovely hosts are here to talk about another episode of MLP, to talk about, I guess, anything in our lives from day to day.
Everything.
And I think Mr. Racebester has a discussion for this episode, which do you want to reveal right now or later?
Well, we'll get into that later, I think, but it's going to be one that I've heard discussed amongst bronies in the past, and I'm curious to see where the three of us stand.
Okay.
As well as, I already know where you stand, but I want to hear more behind it. And then I think it could kind of branch into other things, as well as getting the audience involved with this and seeing what everyone thinks. Because I don't want us to shift their idea of the topic. So we'll have fun with it. And yeah, no, I feel like not so much news in the MLP world outside of episodes that, or the episode that aired and whatnot. But I think that we have plenty to talk about this episode.
Yeah, so this episode was, and Paleo mentioned, because I watched the episode with him today, he said there's 5 episodes left in this season, so this season's coming to a close.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I still need to catch up on some, but this episode was called...
No.
You're really broken up over this.
I am.
Why?
Because I'm in the middle of working on 2 Bronies Reacts, and that tells me that in a month I have a finale coming out.
That's what I told. That's what I told Paleo. I said Race is dead. He's a dead man. There's no way he can do all 3 of these.
Well, what's good is that the one I'm working on right now, which I'll get into more detail later into the episode. I already discussed it, but I have some fun little stories. They're kind of vague stories, but just kind of fun little scenes, I guess you could say, behind the scenes deals. But that one, don't mark me down on this, but I'm hoping to have out sometime next week.
Really?
So, yeah. So that I've been doing a lot of editing on it the last few days, a lot of chopping of footage, still chopping footage, but luckily I'm getting the big ones out of the way. So yeah, no, it's yeah, and then I'm gonna jump right into the next one. So 2 Bronies Reacts plus the season finale. So this is gonna be a very busy 3 months for Bronies React. I know there hasn't been one in a couple of months, but there's gonna be a slew of them on the way.
To make up for their absence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's talk about the episode. It was called Scare
You
Matt.
want to talk about the episode already?
Well, you know what? No, I don't. I still need to watch the episode, actually, so I'm going to be right back.
Let's do that.
I'll be
right now. Back. So, yeah. Hi, guys. I hope you're having a good time out there. Sarah,
Yes.
how has your week been? You turned 24 this week.
Yeah. And
It was your birthday week.
it was good. And how was yours?
It was good. I had a birthday myself.
Their birthdays are, what, isn't it one day from each other?
Yeah,
One day.
right
Yep.
after each other. Yeah. He's November 2nd. I'm November 3rd.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Makes it convenient. Easy to remember.
I know for both of us, we're both like, yeah.
Well, tell me, what you? The important questions here. What did you all eat on your birthday?
All right. I guess starting with mine. I was oh, and thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. I had lunch with my mom at a place called Chronic Tacos.
That sounds painful.
It does sound painful, doesn't it? It's like it's actually a little restaurant they have inside our local hospital, which just seems like a really cruel joke when you think about it.
Mrs. Kerrigan, you're gonna have to cut out the tacos.
So I had a burrito at Chronic Tacos. That was good. Nice carne asada. The thing I was surprised about is when I hear Chronic Tacos, I think super spicy. You know, like, oh my God, they must have a killer sauce that's like the Chronic sauce.
Yeah.
I don't think they do. I don't think they have like a Chronic spicy, super hot sauce.
Really?
So, yeah. So a little bit. That was like, I feel like that's missing.
Well, you love your Mexican food. Like, I remember when we went out to the racetrack, we went by that, what was it called again? Like Pueblos or?
Pepe's?
Pepe's. Okay, close enough.
Pueblos.
It's close enough. It's absolutely close enough. But, like,
It is.
the.
I mean, it's just.
No, shut up. All right, it's absolutely close enough. It begins with the letter P, and it's Mexican. So, when we went there, I remember I had a Five Guys burger before I ate the giant burrito. I couldn't finish it, and that was like kind of.
You had an In-N-Out burger, Saber. You did not have a Five Guys burger.
Whatever, man. Same thing. Pueblo,
No,
Pepe's,
see,
In-N-Out, Five.
see, the whole,
It's the
like-
same dang.
No.
Yes.
As a
No. Listen. All right.
Sarah, back me
I'm
up
so
here.
sick of this stupid discussion. What?
uh, what are we having?
I don't know what he's talking about. I made.
I just scared incoherent screaming and something about In-N-Out and tacos.
No, oh, sweet summer child. We're talking about why race is wrong. All right, right. First off, I made a mistake. You know what I meant, but then you had to drag my Five Guys name to the mud. All
I
right.
did, because a lot of people claim that Five Guys is better than In-N-Out.
You can't compare the two.
Yeah, but I also disagree. I would go for an In-N-Out burger before I
No,
go for-
it's two different things. Like,
But I can preference.
no, it's listen.
Yes,
No, listen to me. Listen. All right, McDonald's and Wendy's can be compared. All right, they're the same caliber. Five Guys is like 3 levels above In-N-Out, so it can't be compared. It's a different.
Levels above?
Yes.
Saber, I
Yes.
just want,
Maybe price.
Oh, there's just. I want to hear what you have to say. Go on,
just
Sarah.
want to remind you that In-N-Out burgers are Gordon Ramsay's favorite burger.
I know, but the guy can enjoy junk food as well. Just because he likes In-N-Out burgers does not mean it's like, oh my god, this is now like a Michelin star restaurant. They're good, guys. I love them. Have you seen me? I have the chubs to back it up. I love burgers. I'm just saying, In-N-Out burgers. I'm not saying they're lower quality. Well, in a way, yeah. I mean, not lower quality. That's not the right word. Like a burger you get from Red Robin is a tier above a burger you get from like Burger King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's also more expensive. So for comparing ratio price to quality, In-N-Out is better than Five Guys.
No. Have you had a Five Guys burger?
I haven't
I
eaten
had-
it. Okay.
Okay, well, Sarah, why are you talking on the podcast? Go out and get the one right now.
Yes.
'Cause I don't know if I can eat there.
Sarah, where is the one place that you would get a burger?
In-N-Out.
Listen, I love In-N-Out with their animal style or animal fries, or they're good. I forget what they're called. Whatever. Okay, aside the point, we're getting way off topic. Okay, so
No, I feel like this is where we should be going.
no. Okay, let's just keep going. So
So what were you talking about?
I
Oh, yeah,
have no
Pepe's.
clue. Yeah, good burrito. All right, it was good. It was tasty. Okay, so let me tell you about the wedding I went to. Okay, so my good friend Scott, who's like the equivalent of Tommy for me, you know, as Tommy's to you, he got married recently. He got married this past weekend, and I was one of the groomsmen. And let me tell you a couple stories from the wedding and the rehearsal. So, I'll tell you the first one. And I was going to tell the story during the POS podcast, but I didn't get a chance. So, are you all familiar with the term a Freudian slip?
Yes,
Yes.
but hit me with it's what it is.
It's when you want to say one thing, but you actually say your mother. That's a joke. That's
Okay.
that that's
Say what?
exactly. A Freudian slip is when you're trying to say one thing but you accidentally say something else because your subconscious slips it out. And this happened once before to me on accident where I was you all know who it is, but I was dating this girl and we're talking about Freud stuff and I said, "Yeah, it's called a Freudian slut." And I said it right to her face. And I just, I didn't do it. No, Sarah, I didn't say it on purpose.
I know.
And I was absolutely embarrassed.
That was terrible.
I know it wasn't. And the thing is, it wasn't like I was thinking like nowhere in the corridors of my mind did I ever think that girl came anywhere near being promiscuous of that kind of sort. Nowhere near. So I have no idea where this word came from. Like it's almost like the third. It's like from like Inception. Like it's the third layer of dreaming. Where'd this thought come from? But during the rehearsal, my friend Scott, his older brother Tyler and I, we drove together to the wedding venue. And we were walking around because it was like a big old garden area. There's a lot of green space. It was very lovely. And Tyler and I were walking around just trying to kill some time while we waited for the others to arrive. And we were talking about like what we would do if we won the lottery and Disney World and how he's like, I haven't been there in a long time. And now Tyler, he works for Hobby Lobby. And that's okay, that's fine, whatever. It's he works his job. He has aspiration to become an artist and become a teacher. And he's really talented. He's a fantastic person, a good friend of mine. Well, for some reason, when we were talking about the lottery stuff in Disney World, he goes, "Yeah, I haven't been to Disney World in a long time." And I got on the subject saying like, "Yeah, well, it's not too hard to save up for Disney World if you know what you're doing. You just got to save some money here and there." And then all of a sudden, because he kind of nodded at me, and all of a sudden, my brain and my mouth blurts out, "Hobby Lobby." And my eyes just, my brain went blank. I was like, what did I just say? What did I just say? My eyes were wide as dinner plates. And he was like, "Yeah, I hate that job. I got to work it." And I felt awful. I'm like, why would I say that? It's like, oh, maybe your son will have a chance of surviving till Christmas. Cancer. And it's like, what? Why would you say that? And it's just awful. I mean, of course, that's a very extreme example.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just compared not going to Disney World to cancer. What could be worse? Not going to Disney World, I guess. Yeah.
Well, oh my god, excuse me. But no, it was just so weird. I don't know why my brain just blurred that out. I had a big that was because the first one was just kind of like I assume it was a mild Freudian slip because I was laughing and my brain I don't know. But for this one, I was like, where the hell did that come from? Like it just came out, like the filter dropped and just came out, and it was really bizarre. And I felt really awkward, and I was like, thank God he's a cool dude. Now, the second part of my story is after the rehearsal, we went to go to the rehearsal dinner. And it was and by the way, we're in the heart of Georgia. And Georgia's Coca-Cola country. For some reason, this place only served Pepsi, and that really pissed me off.
You were like, you know what, Scott? It wasn't worth coming.
No, just go and divorce right now. You're wasting my time. But
it's not going to work out.
It's not going to work out. And so Scott, his father, was going to pray before we all ate our meal. And his father is like 6'3", great jolly old guy, got a beard and everything, a little bit of a southern accent, really great dude. Well, I could tell he was drinking a little bit when I showed up. Like he had a cup of rum and I guess Pepsi, and he was sipping on it. Well, it was time for prayer, and I was sitting next to Tyler, and his father rose up out of his chair and was like, "Okay, it's time for me to do my thing." And you can just tell instantly, like, oh no, he's drunk.
Yeah.
And he was saying things like, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pray, because what was it? What was it he said exactly? He goes, so we can eat our food if they haven't already served it to us. And he kind of leaned his head down and looked right and left. Like, it's almost as if he was looking to see if the food was there. And there wasn't. And then he just stood there and he's like, all right, and away we go. Dear God.
Sounds like a racetrack announcer.
I've never heard somebody say, and away we go before they prayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as I'm about to say the prayer.
Well, you ever have like uncontrollable laughter where like
Yes.
the fact that you're holding it in makes it worse?
Yes,
I-
all the time.
We started praying. I was going like making that noise, and Tyler, I could hear him whisper, go, and away we go. Dad, what the hell? And I was losing my mind. And I had to think of my dead dog Buddy just to make myself feel sad, so I wouldn't laugh. But
Wow.
I'm like, Buddy's dead. Buddy's dead. My dog.
Masochist.
Well, I can't even spell that word. No, I just kept thinking that over and over and over,
Can't say it.
just to get me to the prayer. And boy, it was a close call. But yeah, that was my that was my wedding. Well,
That was my wet dream, is what I thought you were gonna say.
That was my wet dream. It was great. No, that was the wedding. It was great. It's good food, good drinks, good times. So, how about you all? What's new with you all?
Wait. You didn't tell the most important part.
What?
What did you eat? What was the food?
Excuse me.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm still getting over this cold. I hate it. I have these.
Must be rough.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't understand. No, I have these. I have these coughing fits, and it makes me have to take off my pants. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm actually taking off my pants. I like how we started off so well with this podcast and episode 1 being professional, and then now it's like pants are off. Let's do this thing.
All right, everyone, take off your pants and let's continue.
Webcams. Sorry, it's really hot in the room without the fan going. What did we eat? We had pumpkin ale, we had red wine, white wine. The hors d'oeuvres were like bruschetta, these delicious meatballs. And when I see meat on a plate, I just go nuts. I'm like, give me like 15. And we'll keep that plate near me, Padre. And there was a big old pastrami plate that was enormous. I digged into that. It was time for the main course. So it was time to eat the actual dinner. We sat down, had some salad, Caesar salad, had some bread with Nutella. They had Nutella. And I was like, what is this wondrous place? What else did we do? Actually, it wasn't Nutella. It was like a nutmeg thing, but same thing. But the main course was this, like, almost like, it was a stuffed mozzarella chicken. Was it mozzarella? No. It was this fluffy, almost like a tortellini, like substance. It was really good.
Nice.
All right, I've been going on for a long time now. I want to hear about you all.
Well, so my birthday was on Monday, and to celebrate, so during the Halloween weekend, I was out of town working, and so I didn't really hang out with family or friends so much. Obviously, I was Tommy, and we got home Sunday, celebrated his girlfriend's demolition derby win. During the middle of the day, we went out to Mount Asia, and we played.
You all have Mount Asia?
Yeah,
So do I.
dude, and we raced the go-karts like the whole time,
Nice.
and I totally got in trouble for crashing.
What'd you do?
I'm calculated with this because it's a 3-hour pass. So by the time I get to the last race, what are they gonna do? Give me a warning? So I'm like, all right, time to have some fun. So I completely just, everyone was behind me. I was blocking everybody because I had one of the faster cars. So I was blocking, and then we were coming across the straightaway, and I completely just turned across Tommy's nose, just full to the left, and spun, and Sarah almost destroyed me, and
Nice.
it was hilarious.
I wasn't even.
You
close
said you
to
said
being
that.
past you.
Wow.
It was.
Sarah.
I saw it right in front of me, but I was over to the right side of the track, and you and Tommy.
Oh,
were on the left.
you were behind me when I was actually going forward. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I have a story from Mount Tasia that I wanted to tell ever since it happened. It was one of the funniest moments I've ever had at, there's a lot of go-kart type of places. And at these go-kart places, they have usually a single rider and then a double so the adults can drive their kids around. And usually those adult ones are faster because the motors are souped up a little bit more to carry the extra weight. And so they're usually the hard ones to keep behind you. Saber.
What?
It was glorious. So we found out how many go-karts you could drive side by side before you basically get stuck. Because we did.
You got stuck?
Just about. We were somehow coming out of this like last corner, and then there's this long stretch, but it kind of swerves a little bit. It's a little bit of a windy road. We had Tommy and I in our single go-karts, and then two different full-size go-karts with the kids, and we all managed to get exactly like directly side by side. And I was stuck up against my wall, and the cart on the other end of the 4-wide was stuck on their wall. And I was laughing so hard I was crying. I was
Really?
like, this is ridiculously hilarious. We never fully stopped, but I don't know how we didn't. So it was great. It was so great. So that was pre-birthday. Then birthday, like I said, I had lunch with my mom. It was good. We went to Black Angus for dinner to celebrate both Sarah and my birthdays.
How was that?
It was great. I had a New York steak, finished it off today for lunch.
Ooh.
Sarah had prawns, right?
Yeah.
Porn?
Yeah, bronze.
Sarah had porn.
Prawns.
Prawns, Pronz.
And we get like
No.
this huge meal. It was
A seafood.
delicious. Yeah. And then following that, yeah, I got some presents. I posted on Twitter, actually. I made a joke because my parents wrapped up my big present, which turned out to be a new suitcase that I needed, as you probably know, because
Oh, yeah.
mine broke. So they got me a new one. I was like, yes! And they wrapped it in MLP.
I saw that. That was
Wrapping.
So cute.
So many people responded to this going, your parents don't know you're a brony? I'm like, no. It's incredible, isn't it? Considering that my parents have been in videos of mine.
And considering that I've been, and have met them. Oh, this is Saber Spark. Why is his name Saber Spark? He's Amish. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was just, yeah. So they did, or they do know, in case anyone's still asking, but I thought that was funny. A lot of people got a kick out of that post. But yeah, so I got a suitcase. I got Mad Max. Sarah got a couple things as well. So yeah, no, it's good birthday on my end, and then we celebrated Sarah's by having we decided to eat in-house that day for her birthday because it was cold, and then we went outside for ice cream.
And didn't you
Yeah.
mix up like this crazy like ice cream?
Well, it's how I do. It's yeah.
Go
I mean,
on.
it's okay. So we went to Menchie's, which is your standard ice cream, frozen yogurt type
Froyo.
of place.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, you went to Traders.
They have gummy worms.
What are you eating right now?
Nothing.
Our podcast should be renamed to the "What Are You Eating" podcast.
Okay, so I'm eating Ritz crackers, but it's garlic butter Ritz crackers.
Carbs.
I lost you there for a second.
I said empty, worthless carbs. What's the point?
I'm glad I didn't hear that. Dang.
There you go.
So yeah, so no, it was a good week.
Good. Well, Sarah, anything you want to share with us from your end before we move on to the actual episode?
We watched When Marnie Was There for my birthday.
What's that about?
It's the newest. Well, it's not the newest. It's a Ghibli film. I think it's the second to newest. It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
When Barney was there?
When Marnie was there.
Oh.
It-
Oi, kids!
This was
about these
I'm
two
gonna
girls in a friendship. I don't want to get too deep into it because it's got a very complicated storyline, and
It also has a lot of
you know,
spoilers.
kind of Ghibli trademark. All their movies are kind of complex and confusing at times. But yeah,
They
it's
were-
a good movie.
They were basically lesbians.
Really awesome. I want to see the movie now.
You do, because they're like 12.
Oh. Hey, you know what? They can, more power
Grow
to
up?
Shut up. Silence. All right.
Sarah kept smacking me because I kept making jokes, and then she's like, stop.
Enough.
Okay.
I was watching this YouTube poop with Steven Universe, and in it had Garnet and Pearl dancing with each other,
Yeah.
and I thought, awesome. I don't really. Okay, I want to stop talking right now, actually. All right, how about that episode?
How about
What's
them
great is we
brownies?
just left all of our viewers with
No. I feel like I was about to go into some really uncharted territory, so let's not do that. I was just saying I like their movement. Let's just say it. All right, Scaremaster. Let's talk about that.
Scaremaster.
Yeah.
So we had our Halloween episode on Halloween. That was cool.
But Christmas was the week before.
Obviously,
Obviously, of course.
naturally. Yeah, I mean, I guess synopsis wise, spoilers for anyone.
Yep.
So basically, I guess long story short of it is Fluttershy hates Nightmare Night. Big surprise. And throughout this episode, it kind of shows her being, thrown in the mix where she was hoping to just kind of avoid the night, but next thing she knows, she's out and about having to run errands for that damn bunny of hers.
You love that rabbit.
That rabbit could have just gotten his own carrots. Like, what's stopping him? He seems intelligent
He
enough.
wants her to get out of the house and explore. This was a good time for inner growth for Fluttershy.
No, he's just a lazy mooch.
How do you know that?
he's a butt. I hate him. I don't like Angel.
You don't like Angel? Dude, what's wrong? Okay, yeah, he's kind of a dick.
He's a butt.
All right, well, so Fluttershy then goes out and about, and her friends are like, hey, well, since you're out of your house, let's go hang out and have a Nightmare Night together. And by the way, I just want to mention how cruel it is that they keep celebrating this holiday. It's like, hey, Luna, never forget.
That is actually a really good point.
It's
Wasn't
dumb.
that kind of the point of the first Nightmare Night episode?
Yeah,
where,
but
she kind of embraced it.
Yeah, but still, it's still kind of a slap to the face where it's like, hey, by the way, okay, they put pin the tail on her for crying out loud, Sarah. She had a messed up, ugly face, and they're like, oh, it's like
Well, it wasn't like
mocking her almost, like
it's. I think this Nightmare Night though was less, Nightmare Moon oriented.
well, yeah, Fluttershy was the main focus, and I just thought it was cruel. It's like, can you imagine being Luna back at the castle, like, wow, there they all are, laughing, yelling and screaming and being angry at me. I mean, I don't know if they're angry at her, but still, it's like, what a sore in mind. It's like, hey, remember that time, Saber Spark dropped the spaghetti in front of Bonnie? Let's celebrate that every year from now on.
Oh, yes, we should actually
No,
every year.
no.
I think yeah. No, yeah. It is. Did Luna make an appearance in this episode? I thought she flew by at one point.
I don't know.
Maybe she didn't. I can't remember, but that is funny. It is an interesting aspect to look at. So to tie up the episode, they went to this haunted maze because Fluttershy's like, I can do it. Actually, no. She said she could scare her friends. She's like, I can be a part of this, and put on a hilarious attempt at trying to be scary, to which nobody even tried to pretend that she did good. They were just like, yeah, that kind of sucked. See ya. We'll just leave you.
Basically.
Yeah. I like how people the main six always give Rainbow Dash crap when she's just like brutally honest. But then when they're all being brutally honest, and it's just like, well, we're all doing it. Ah.
But no, I mean, no. Rainbow Dash is a dick. She'll just say straight out, like, you suck or something. While the main six kind of fluff it up like, yeah, I know, you could have done better. It's true.
Sometimes you just need that little, punch between the teeth.
Yeah,
What kind
kinda
of...
like when Fluttershy in the tank episode was like, "Your winter's gonna be petless."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an ass.
No, I mean, they had to be honest then, like, this is just the truth of the matter. Like, no, okay, Rainbow Dash doesn't do it very eloquently, okay? That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
And what did y'all not like then about this episode?
Okay, I actually loved the message. I thought that it was
This is a church
it wasn't
sermon.
what I expected. I didn't expect it to be an episode that was like, well, I'm good at that, but I don't like it, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. Oh, okay, cool. So I thought the message was a strong one and a good
Really?
one. Yeah.
I thought it was... Okay. Huh.
What did you think? You obviously aren't going that direction.
I thought it was weird. It just felt like a really weird lesson to learn. Like, Fluttershy, you have a talent for this, and you're very good. And I feel like they kind of backpedaled a bit.
I guess it's kind of like brony musicians who
Oh,
try
God.
to expand their horizons and make music outside of the pony specter. And when they do it, they're like, guys, it might be time for me to move on. And everyone's like, no. But this episode shows it's okay to move on. Or it's okay to not like what you're already doing. Good. No, it's
What
not
are you
about
talking about?
Make it-
Yeah, you cough up your sin.
There it goes. No, what I liked about it was that it was different. It was a surprising little twist on how I expected it to end. You know what I mean?
Kind of like the whole like green eggs and ham thing. Like the person that doesn't like the thing is always wrong. But like this time, it was a nice change. It was refreshing to have Fluttershy still not like Nightmare Night, even though she could participate. She just doesn't want to because it's just not her cup of tea. She prefers to stay at home and be comfortable in the company of her animal friends.
All right, that's fine.
And-
Okay, I see where you're coming from. All right, I want to mention the part when she was trying to scare the main six. I was waiting for things to be like student loans. Ooh.
There would have been a lot of the audience going, "Oh God!"
Oh shit, turn it off. Donald Trump 2016. Ooh.
Was there
I'm
anything
pregnant.
that
Woo. I'm sorry.
Oh shoot. What about you as far as likes or dislikes? Anything?
I love the background references. Like, I saw one pony with like a paper towel roll to her head. I love that.
That was Derpy, and she was dressed as Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah.
That was Derpy?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, there was a
she
Jim and the
Twilight.
Holograms pony. There was Sailor
Jason.
Moon pony.
Bulma.
Yes, like all those drawings that Fluttershy made of the unexpected guests were all anime characters.
Why not?
Which is amazing.
The-
But yeah, there was a lot of little things in the background that just kind of like was the icing on the cake for this episode.
The lumber. There it is. Why did I say lumber? I mean, just say the lunch boxes. Not the lumber boxes.
Oh my god, yes, the candy bags.
Oh, the candy bags. Yeah, they're really adorable.
God,
Those were hilarious. I was laughing so hard at that.
Someone needs to make those in some other convention. Like, it'd be super easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, art isn't that hard to begin with.
Oh, no, anybody can do it. It really is a very mediocre skill to have.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike being a comedian.
And speaking of mediocre, I spent 6 hours today in a studio working on
Jeez.
my latest art project.
You should spend a maximum of maybe like 20 minutes on art, maybe like a week. Sarah, you're.
This project's been going on for 3 weeks, and I missed the first week because I was sick. And
What are you
then
drawing?
it's a screen printing project, and actually, I'm doing like something actually sort of pony related. It's like it's a unicorn. I'm doing a poster for a unicorn hairbrushing party,
Oh,
and
I
I'll
think.
I'll send you the link because I posted it on my DeviantArt. But I'm doing it. It's a screen print. Screen print. It's a screen printing
Screen
project, and it's been a big learning curve for me because I've never done screen printing before. But let me pull up the image.
No, I want to see.
While she does that, someone just mentioned that there was a horse mask.
Yeah, there's a horse
costume.
mask. That was Granny Smith, wasn't it?
I probably.
Wait, what?
No,
What
it
about Granny
wasn't.
Smith?
No, it wasn't. Who was wearing the horse mask?
Someone
I
did
don't know,
say
it's
Granny
similar.
Smith, but
I think
Granny Smith
no. Granny
was.
Smith was.
She was in the
Sarah
eyeball
Jessica.
farm thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed though, like the costumes, of not just the main six, but of everybody. Who was your favorite main six costume? Which one did you think? Was the
Oh
best?
my! I love this haircut, Sarah. Like I love her facial expressions. It's really awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here, I'm gonna show it on the screen here. Where is this stupid thing? Monitor cap.
I am printing some extra, so I might sell some.
I'd buy it. I'm serious. I would.
Yeah.
I love her eyeball too with her lightning bolt.
Sarah's been looking at the potential of getting into more. Oh god, what's it called?
Commissions.
Yeah,
Freelance. Yeah.
commission work and whatnot.
I want to
So-
do that. I want to quit my job. My
Dude,
current job.
to get paid to do what you love, that's gonna be awesome. Actually, I got a question for the chat here. Chat, as you all know, Race Best and I, we do Who's Line at these conventions. How many of you would be interested in a Who's Line T-shirt? Is that something that anybody actually would buy if we sold them at a convention or online? I'm just curious because I've never have sold merchandise, and I believe Race has never sold it either. So it would be a first for both of us.
That is true. Yep.
But to answer your question though, favorite costume, it's a toss up, but I'd have to say Applejack though wins me over.
What was it about Applejack? Because I made a comment about her costume and Sarah thought it was weird.
I want to hear your comment. What was your comment?
Sarah, what? I'm trying to remember. What was my? I think I said something along the lines of like. Sarah, do you remember what I said?
About whose costume?
Applejack's.
Oh, Applejack's? Oh, yeah, you said it was like, there's something strangely, like, hot about Applejack's.
What?
costume.
What Race? What'd you say to that? Are you kidding me? What are you
But then-
talking about?
But then, like, I rephrased
No,
it properly.
what I. It's the courage to lion or the cowardly the courage. To lion.
Wow.
Whatever, shut up. Whatever. All right, you're the one who's got a boner for a lion, a horse lion, a pony
See,
horse lion.
when you describe it like that, it just gets better.
And
No. What happened
horse.
was I made the comment and then Sarah just slowly looked at me like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I just said it like that.
It's the rare occasion when you're
but
like
it
a
was-
brony
I-
furry.
No, what? Yeah, I guess so. What I realized was that I think it was like because she had the little like lion nose thing with the whiskers, and I think the right word here would have been cute, but for some reason I used the word hot. But like I don't know, I was like, aw, like that's a really cute costume and hot. So yeah.
Well, something in the chat makes a point. Tailnail says, Applejack was a scarecrow last time. This time she was a lion. Here's hoping that she'll be Tin Mare next time. That'd be really cool, actually.
Oh man. No, yeah, the what am I looking for here? The costume that I really liked Applejack's, but and not because she's my favorite, but I loved Rainbow Dashes. I thought hers was really fitting.
Of course you like hers.
Buzz
Ugh.
Lightyear.
Was it Buzz Lightyear? I thought it was a Russian
It's a
cosmonaut.
space suit, but it looks a lot like Buzz Lightyear. It's just a lot.
Well, so the other costume though that I thought they really took advantage of in the sense of they used a lot of gags with it was Pinky's. I was laughing so hard when they just literally like slide past everybody and just slam into the wall. Like I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
No,
I did like that Fluttershy's first costume was basically Morticia Adams.
Was it?
And she was wearing just a plain long black dress, so it was basically Morticia Adams. Except
Okay.
she didn't bother to dye her.
I made a funny observation because I'm fantastically funny. No, when the bear creature was chasing them through the like cave, and they got caught in the web, I thought it would have been so funny if Twilight just activated her laser and just blew him like to pieces, like
Oh, killed the monster.
kills the bear, and it's like bear, you should have known better. Like she blew up Tyrek. What do you expect?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of times, like even when it comes to like movies and stuff, where you'll see that and you're like, man, you were really banking on them not defending themselves in that
Yeah.
prank. It's like, okay, yeah, like that's one thing. Like a lot of the online pranks that you see, where it involves people scaring the crap out of someone by chasing them or whatever. I'm always like, what if that person had a gun? Like,
That happens with some prank videos where like there was this one guy who would, I think, did I talk about this in the last episode, where it was this one white dude going around saying, hey, do you want to pop? And then he'd reach the back of his pocket and pull out a can of soda. But that slang means like shot, getting hit by, shot by a gun. And he'd walk around the stupid like ghetto saying, hey, do you want to pop? And black people would be like getting defensive, and I don't blame them, because that's like that's a way of picking a fight there.
wow. See, there's a level where you go, wow, he's so brave. No, it's, wow, he's so stupid.
Yeah, Darwin Award,
Oh,
because
God.
a guy pulled a gun out on him.
So I got something in the lines that we'll jump back to the episode because I feel like there's still some good conversation there. But as far as kind of My Little Pony related, more so fandom related, more so BronyCon related, did you hear the news about the Baltimore Convention Center getting in big trouble? this
Oh,
past week?
same thing with the Hilton. They were I forget the word, but they were holding back the Wi-Fi, and now the FCC fined them.
Yeah, I was kind of laughing at the fact that both convention centers or hotel have hosted pony conventions.
I think it's fantastically funny because it goes to show you that they do that on purpose just so they don't have to use as much internet and pay as much. I think it's
Yeah.
ridiculous because I think with the new data cap, it costs them a lot more money. But I think these fines from the FCC cost a lot more. So hopefully next year, guys, we'll have better internet and we can actually take pictures and tweet it out and not have to wait 15 minutes for an image to load.
Yeah, no kidding. And I know that a lot of us have made the comment about how terrible like phone coverage is in that convention center.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
like-
the Hilton was worse than at Equestria LA. It was awful.
yeah, see, I don't remember it as well at EQLA, but I just know that BronyCon's been notorious for that. And as someone who's done streaming at other venues, mostly racing venues, I'm just like shaking my head going, really? Like, someone had to invest time and probably money into, I mean, obviously costing other people more money. So, it's like, man.
It's
Bad.
it's very
Not-
it's very sleazy.
Yeah, it is. But
It's very sleazy.
oh well, just an interesting little story there from, like we said, the fandom side. But yeah, so back to this episode. Did you have like a favorite moment, a favorite part?
I thought the part when they were in the tunnel or whatever, and Granny Smith was like in the rocking chair, I thought for a moment I'm like, wow, that's actually kind of creepy.
That was creepy. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, when her head falls off.
Well, no, just seeing her rock back and forth in her chair in the distance, that I was like, whoa, that's kind of spooky.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Sarah?
I honestly think the drawings on the candy bags are my favorite thing about this episode.
Yeah, they're pretty
They're just
adorable.
so fantastic.
Yeah, for me it was like I said, a lot of the gags that they did with Pinkie Pie on those rollerblades, including when she just went flying past everyone and slamming into the wall. I thought the timing and the way they did it was just brilliant. So, Saber, I turned to Sarah during this episode, and I made a comment about how season 5 very quickly and in a big way likely to hold this might end up being my favorite season to date.
Why?
I just feel like the majority of episodes that I've seen, if not like maybe one or two episodes, have been okay. But like overall, I feel like this season, in my opinion, has been fantastic. Like throughout.
It's been a good season. I think what this season shines the brightest in is animation. Like the faces have been fantastic. Like so many great faces. And it's been a solid season. Yeah, I'll agree to that. I just don't like the hiatus. It slows things down.
Oh, you mean the fact that we had a huge break in between the season?
Yeah, I wish they didn't have to do that as often.
Yeah.
That slows down momentum.
Right, and as far as it goes,
At least it's not like Gravity Falls.
Oh my god. It's a good thing that show's actually good or people wouldn't care anymore.
well, I mean that's the thing too that I look at is that like I wasn't considering the hiatus and all of that as far as like, oh, how good was the season, but no, I kind of like I said I had a pause during the episode and just kind of turned to Sarah and go, this season's been really good. And I'm not usually one to like, yeah, and on here maybe I'll nitpick some things. Big whoop. Overall, I love this show. Yeah, there's been episodes that I've been like, that was weird. But this season, I haven't really had any that put me off. Like in past seasons, where I'm just like, that was just okay, or that was, okay, forgettable.
Yeah.
Like a lot of I've really enjoyed some of the zaniness of the season. I feel like they've even maybe toned it back a little bit to use it more powerfully, So, like, because I remember there was it last season, Sarah, where Pinkie Pie seemed very obnoxious.
God, yeah.
Like I feel like they pulled her
She's
back a
gotten
little
a
bit.
lot better this season.
Oh yeah, and that like again, so it makes it a lot more effective when they crack a Pinkie Pie joke. So yeah, I feel like overall this season's been a really strong one. So
I agree.
Yeah.
It's been solid. It's been pretty good.
yeah,
Season 2 is hard to beat, but this was a good season though. And it's not over
Season-
yet.
yeah. See, and I came in during or right at the beginning of season 2, so of course it holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, it's been good to see the show putting out still really high quality episodes, and like you said, the animation this season has been the highlight.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, so I see it's about 6:50. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else from this episode, because like I said, there were a number of things that just made me laugh. What were the Cutie Mark Crusaders?
Wasn't Scootaloo a wolf thing again?
No, Scootaloo was a Wonderbolt. Sweetie Belle was a Victorian, power wig person, and then Apple Bloom was a platypus.
What?
Yeah.
Apple Bloom was a platypus, which is Jeffrey's animal on his icon on the cafe.
So yeah, so funny story. Way back in the day when I first joined the Acorn Cafe, there's a lot of like I guess you could call like role playing. We call them round robins that are done. Some people write stories that directly pertain to the people at the cafe. It's just a fun storytelling type of thing, and you throw yourself into the story and everyone had like pictures. It's funny because I always used to use the word avatar until I watched the show Avatar, and now I feel like I don't want to confuse people. But they have pictures of themselves, quote themselves, Sarah had a picture of her as a mouse. A number of them were some kind of rodent, like a mouse, chipmunk, various
Basically,
other.
like an OC, a self.
Yeah,
insert
yeah. It's
OC.
it is an OC. It's just a not pony OC. They're more related to Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and I was like, I wanna be something different, and a couple people were trying to figure out like what hasn't been done, and we came to the conclusion I needed to be a platypus, and I jumped to it and quickly embraced it, and I'll never forget when I like told my parents like about the cafe, and the way I told them was I'm like, I think we were actually at Black Angus, funny enough, and I'm like, Mom, Dad, I got something I need to tell you, and they're just sitting there like, well, here it is. We knew something was gonna come up at some point in his life. What is it? I'm a platypus. And they were just like, yeah? Damn.
Didn't your mom ask you, "Are you sure?"
Are you,
Yeah,
are you
it's-
sure?
My mom was really concerned. Because, like, I purposely presented it in a way that I knew that they'd be like, is he okay? So I completely said it to the point to see if they would actually, like, okay, time to call that mental institute that we've been talking about. He's he's crossed the line. So it was just funny. Like I said, for me, when I saw Apple Bloom as a platypus, and Sarah texted me immediately when she saw the episode that Apple Bloom was a platypus, and I was just like, yeah, platypi represent. So, yeah, it was just overall, just cutting it short. I had fun with this episode, and I thought it was a fun one.
Good. I agree. It was a good episode. It was fun. The
Yeah.
Halloween episodes tend to be fun.
They do.
Hopefully we'll get another one next year. But okay, it is 9:53. I think it is time for you to finally tell us about this discussion idea you had in your.
Yeah,
Your head.
baby. Let's do it. Let's see where it goes. So, for anyone that's following us on Twitter, hopefully all of you. That's right, Guilt Trip. Saber posted a tweet earlier today, and it wasn't by any means surprising to me when I saw this tweet, except maybe the fact that you tweeted it. But you posted. Well, what did you post, Saber?
I said, I'm not gonna lie. I really hate the word every pony. And
So he hates the word every pony.
I'm just
Dun, dun.
what? What?
I agree. I don't like it either.
I mean, some people replied saying things like, and the way that I don't like when people like if it's in the show, then whatever. I still kind of roll my eyes a little bit when it's like, "Hey, every pony," it's like Spike's in the freaking room. Spike's not a pony.
Yeah, and to
Why?
say everybody, it's not like we say, "Hey, every human."
Exactly.
Body, 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 body.
Well, Paleo made a good observation, like, because back in the day they called it "Whose line is it, any pony?" And it's like that doesn't make sense. It's whose line is it anyway, not anybody. Anyway, so why would you call it "Whose line is it, any pony"? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, who is line?
I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense.
Yep. No. So I'm curious what the people in the audience, you viewers, let us know what you think in regards to the whole thing.
Well,
I'm
what's
curious-
your question though? I mean, what's your actual question though for the topic?
Well, just the question is, do you find it odd when it's used? Do you hate it? Do you use it yourself? We won't judge you.
Well, I'm trying to find what the actual underlying question you're asking here is. Like, do you mean like?
You're not even answering it. You're not even.
No, you're not clarifying what you're talking about. So I'm trying to do it for you. Because if the question, if
What
you're
are you
asking,
complaining
are you
about right
asking a yes or no? I'm complaining about. Well, shut the fuck up. All right, that's what I'm complaining about.
Second
What?
effort of the show.
Whatever. All right, this point doesn't even matter anymore. I took my pants off. All right.
Oh,
yours are
I don't
probably
have a
still
zipper
off.
on my pants though, so it's less effective. All right, let's see what people are saying because seems like some people are getting it here. I hate every pony. It sucks. Sucks. I'm fine with it. Don't really care. In the show, it's fine. When it comes to someone else, it's cringy. This is my parents' divorce all over again. Oh God, Paleo.
Paleo, leave the divorce jokes to the professionals.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Someone asked, is saying any pony ironically with a big knowing grin on your face okay? I guess that's an important
I mean,
question.
I laugh pretty hard if whenever I am at a convention, and I mean, I feel like at a convention, even then, I give it elbow room where it's like, if you're on stage and someone's like, "How's every pony doing?" I'm a little bit cringy. I'm like, eh. But then again, they are at a convention, so I'll be like, okay, whatever. That's okay. They can say it there. That's fine. That's okay. But I mean, there are some folks who use it in real everyday life, like walking to class. Hey, every pony. It's like, no, don't do that, please.
Your teacher, your professor in college is like, all right, every pony, pull out your books, and we're gonna read a philosophy. So a couple more comments. Someone said, Beatles fan says, I'm fine with it, but only when it's being talked, or wait, only when they're talking about the show. Someone said it gets annoying after it's said 1 billion times. I'm cool with every pony, says Bob. I don't mind the term, but I don't use it, says Merlin. The Marlin. It's cheesy, don't really mind. Every pony ain't that bad. So it seems like most of the viewers out there are pretty neutral with it, going, it's fine.
Well, I guess
Whatever.
in fact, the underlying question though here is something more along the lines of, like, how
Does it bother you? Do
no
you
no no no
hate-
no 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 no. Let me hold on. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like the question at least I want to ask to follow up is, how many of you act like giant bronies outside of conventions?
See, but that's a weird question to ask.
How?
Because someone who
Why?
might act or might be a massive brony outside might not consider it that they're being a massive brony outside.
Do you feel like it's inappropriate for?
Are you self-aware?
I'm playing devil's advocate here a bit. Do you feel like it's self-aware? What are you talking about? The Brony knows his name. Oh no, he can reproduce.
Self-aware as far, well, no, if someone you know outside of any form of like convention or whatever, you know that there's people out there that you're just like, you're kind of a cringy person, like, just to use the term, or you're a weird person, or you're an asshole. Is the person self-aware that they're an asshole? Some people are just an asshole and don't realize that they're being an asshole. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's my point of self-aware. You're acting like self-aware is that you know you exist.
Okay. Well, that's what whatever. Okay. No. What I'm trying to say, and by the way, chats. I know, and I've been there. Like I know that there are people who are very passionate over the pony stuff. Like Dusty Cat's a huge fan, and I think he's a great example of someone who just doesn't give a shit and will be who he wants to be. And I think that's awesome. Own it. But the question I'm asking is, like, is there a time and a place to be a brony, like to be a fan, to show your passion?
Of course.
And this doesn't just apply to bronies; it applies to any fandom. Like okay, for example, I don't like being a walking, talking billboard. That's why I never wear things that are like head to toe, like Star Wars or Star Trek or Lord of the Rings or anything. I don't want to identify with a franchise, and that's all I am. Is someone who likes something. I like to just wear a gray shirt and jeans and let my talking do the work for me. How do y'all feel about that? About merchandise and identifying as like a big fan?
Are you asking us?
Yeah.
Or okay, I wasn't sure if that was a everyone question.
Yes, it is. Sarah can't answer. Go ahead. No, absolutely answer.
I mean, I buy shirts of things I like, but I never like go too overboard. Like I'll buy a shirt if I like it, and I'll buy a Sailor Jupiter wallet even though it's $18 and it's breaking like 4 months after I bought it.
Already?
Yeah, it like the fabric inside's really really cheap, and it's just kind of tearing. But yeah,
Just real quickly, chat. Just so you all know, I'm not like above this. Like I have a One Punch Man T-shirt. I got a Pony shirt. I wear the merchandise. I do. It's fun to be a fan. But
for me, where it changed, Saber, the big transition came for me when I was going to school. I would occasionally wear a shirt that just said Brony across because I was like, what the hell, why not? But at work, it's a different setting. It's
that's where you wear the butt plug tail and.
Wow, we really did just take this show and yeah, baby. No, it's comfortable.
Good. It's also washing machine, dishwasher
Safe.
friendly.
Dishwasher safe. For me, it's like I said, there is definitely a time and a place, and I feel like the only. You occasionally hear some people, for me at work, I'll hear some people talking about various shows that they're keeping up on or whatever. And it's used more as a form of conversation. And the same thing with people with sports, it'll come up and if you have two big sports heads, two big football fans or whatever, you'll hear them discussing it quite a bit. But I do feel like there is the awareness that like something, for example, like My Little Pony, it's a show that takes maybe a little bit more explanation for some people to understand why you would be watching it. Like people don't question when you're, into badminton because everyone's into badminton, but that's where I feel like how much explanation is involved. It's basically how far, and this is another discussion we can have for another show down the road, is pretty much like taking what we're talking about now and kind of resurfacing it. But yeah, I'd have to say that you need to know the time and the place for anything, really. For me, like I said, at work, I'm always wearing a button-up shirt. I'm not walking in. A lot of people are aware that I'm very into cartoons, and for them, that's enough. They're like, cool, okay, I'm not, but nice. And that's as much as they need to know. It's like, all right. So, I'd say definitely, as far as a time and a place goes. Would I use the phrase every pony at work? Daily. But would I wear a Brony shirt? That's pushing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
for anyone that's actually paying attention to what I'm saying, I've gone through so many U-turns purposely. But
I'm used to it by now.
You know what I'm doing. So I'd say, as far as the phrase goes for me, hearing it at conventions, I smile at it. It doesn't bother me per se, but I don't know if I've ever used it in a serious way. I don't think in fact, I'm pretty sure I've never used it in a serious way, like on stage or anything. But that's just preference on my end. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, any other final notes on that, or should I go ahead and post out the Q&A part of the stream here?
I think we're about ready for Q&A. Sarah, did you have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay.
I got a topic for next time, by the way. I wanted to talk about
self-awareness.
But how do we know if our eyes are real? If mirrors are? Oh shit! I messed it up. Never mind. All right, let me.
Lumber.
Lumber. Hobby Lobby. Slut.
Oh my.
Ask questions here.
By the way, I want to clear up the self-awareness thing. Self-awareness is the capacity for introspection and the ability to recognize oneself as an individual separate from the environment and other individuals. It is not to be confused with the consciousness in the sense of qualia.
You memorized that?
No, I Googled it.
Oh, he memorized it.
All right, I'm gonna get a quick cup of water and use the bathroom quickly. Okay. So while we wait for, and by the way, let's do. Hold on, use Hashtag SP or S.
Why do you link your Twitter?
Because it's easier.
No, I know. It's funny because all I have to do is figure out my login for Twitch, and I haven't taken the time.
Ha ha! Ha ha! I'll be
See,
right
but
back.
I'm self-aware.
All right, have fun with the chat. Right back.
Oh, I will. I will. Chat. Let's have fun with the chat. Sarah, you want to have fun with the chat?
Sure.
All right. Ask them a question.
Oh.
Like a deep, thoughtful question.
Phew. Do you put your toilet paper over or under?
Oh my gosh. That's a good question. And I feel like it shouldn't be a debatable question. Like, I feel like there's a right answer
Yeah.
for this. Yeah.
Someone says Racing Sarah is my OTP.
Aw.
Well, I'm glad.
I think that same person said Paleo and Saber was their OTP over earlier. Okay, so we got 3 overs, 4, 5
Four.
overs, 6,
Yeah.
and Kestrel
I mean, like,
is
over
a right
it's like
answer.
pretty much the only way to do it. Like, under just bothers me so much.
Somebody asked who puts it under, and I feel like sometimes people do it, but you have to almost do it out of spite. Like, there's no way you can.
You can either out of spite or just by accident.
How do you do it by accident, though?
I've done it by accident, and then I'm like, shh, shit.
And then you
I
fixed it?
Yeah.
Good. And for anyone asking a question, you can also submit your question to AC Racebest on Twitter. Let's show that SaberSpark guy. What's what?
Lock Dog, we're talking about toilet paper.
Yeah, we're talking about. We're going to be jumping into the Q&A right now. A reminder for everyone that we'll be back next week, continuing the show at our weekly semi-perfect podcast here. And we have Sarah, my girlfriend, joining us here tonight. And Sarah, so let's see. So what did you get for your birthday?
I got a Coraline graphic novel, which I had put that on my Amazon wish list last year, and I didn't get it. I'm like, shoot. And then I got it this year finally. And then I got gouache, which is a type of paint that I've been wanting to experiment with, but it's kind of expensive. So I was like, just let someone else buy it for me. And then I got money,
Yeah.
which I'm probably going to spend on a birthday gift for myself.
Nice. Nice. Very cool.
And I'm still waiting for what you got me.
I'm a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says yeah. She had the opportunity to be like, no, you're not. She went with the yeah.
You're fine. It's coming in the mail soon.
Yeah. Once I figure out what I'm going to get
It's
you.
not like, what was it, Valentine's? It's not like my Valentine's gift.
Oh, yeah.
back.
I'm still waiting for Sarah's Valentine's gift for me.
Wow. What did I
Well-
come back on here?
Yeah. We were talking about what I got for my birthday. And then
Yeah.
we were, because I haven't gotten my gift from Jeffrey yet.
It's still in the mail.
He doesn't time things correctly.
No, I don't.
AC Toodle Best.
Spark.
Sarah was asking the chat earlier, under or over for toilet paper?
Yeah.
Well,
What's-
what they say about that?
Resounding agreement of over.
What do you think about it?
Over or under?
Yeah.
It's funny because I was working at Starbucks and the lady there who's the manager or shift supervisor was telling me how to put toilet paper back and the, glorious toilet holder where it's like, I really have hit the epitome of my life. And and she's like, always do under.
What?
And back of my head, I'm like, okay, Nazi.
Well, it's I think it's different for those. Like, is it the big thing, the big black thing that just hangs on the wall?
It's the
What kind of bathroom are you hanging out in,
No, but
Sarah?
it's different for those.
Yeah, it's the
this
big black thing.
black thing that's just hanging out of the wall.
Yeah, it's so inviting, and yeah, that's.
It does operate in.
What are these cutouts for? Oh,
There's a hole in this one wall.
at least this one's filled in.
They might need to get some stucco or some. Never mind. So I do over because I'm American. I believe in freedom. What about you all?
No, we said over. Everyone was pretty much saying over.
Because it looks just like trashy otherwise.
Yeah, no, it's just wrong. It's wrong is what it is. So. Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at the Twitter here. Let's see what we got for questions. So let me scroll down.
All right. I'm ready. I got one.
Go ahead.
Stubby is asking, what is the funniest thing that happened at a convention?
Well, me dropping my spaghetti in front of Bonnie was pretty good.
It was, especially if only you knew more context. There's more to that story.
Just watch the vlog.
Watch the vlogs. The hot dog panel
Yeah.
was great. I died into that.
God.
When you farted in the elevator and Gabe was stuck in it, and you hear him going, "Ah! Ah!" as the elevators were rising up.
That was great. I think one of the few times though that I did tear up had to have been the Bonnie situation. Like I was crying. I oh god, that was funny.
I'm trying to think of other things. I thought Dusty breaking Tetsuo's arm was pretty good. I was like, this has got to be rehearsed. This is fake. And then when medics are running up there, I'm like, okay.
Ice.
Ice, baby. Bum, 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 dun, dun, dun. All right, so I got another question here. Right, so what about you?
Honestly, probably one of my highlights is your the video that y'all made at Fiesta Equestria, the repeating.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
am-
love what I love about it. And we are here at Fiesta Equestria. What I love about what I love about that video is Sarah's just sitting in the background and you just see her like hating life, and yet that's one of her favorite highlights.
She loves us. She won't
Yeah.
admit it, but she does.
I do.
It is.
All right, I got one from Stubby here. He asked us an hour ago, so he asked us early on. He said, "What is the?" We already asked that one. Daniel Minoz says, "If there was a zombie apocalypse and you could only have one weapon to pick of food or water and 3 friends, what would you pick?" Oh, Daniel, this question is a bit rough. If
Food or water? Wait,
one
food?
weapon to pick of food or water and 3 friends. So what? One weapon.
So I'm gonna hit you with the way this is worded here. It's basically saying, do you want food or do you want water and 3 friends? I'm gonna take the water and three.
Would you know? Yeah, I mean,
Because then you can eat the friends.
for a weapon, I feel like I'd want something that. I don't know. Gun sounds nice.
Yeah, but then you're dealing with ammo.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm in the South. I'll find ammo all over the place.
See, the problem is I want to say machete, but I've never actually like used a machete.
It's pretty cool. You just swing it.
Really? So it's like
You can play Left
it's
4
like-
Dead.
I do, but you know, like I'm not like I'm saying like how hard is it to actually swing and stab somebody with a machete and then keep the machete without it getting stuck in? This is sounding really
Okay,
dark.
fair enough.
Well,
Proper
that's what I mean.
human mutilation
Daniel also
techniques.
asked another pretty dark one here. He was asking, would you rather know how or when you die?
Oh, how? I don't want to know when I'm gonna die. I'd hate that.
Yeah,
Mm.
but how
Yeah.
would probably drive me crazy too, because then it's
Well, then you could avoid it, maybe.
Avoid? How do you avoid death? Haha! I won't
I
get
don't
hit
know.
by a meteor.
Like if
right?
you know that you're gonna die on a plane, just never get on a plane.
What if a plane hits you?
well then it's
Well,
coming.
It's not on. You're not on.
If they find your corpse and your corpse got flung in the air.
See, that's
Okay.
what would drive me crazy. If I know that I die on a plane, I would never want to fly again. But what if like that doesn't happen until I'm 103 years old, and now I just inconvenience myself for the rest of my life for no reason.
I want to love it because you're gonna like Sarah and you'll be walking on this lovely pasture, and then you'll like and you'll fall over, and she'll be like, no, but he's nowhere near. A plane, PLAIN.
That's clever. I was gonna say, like, when would also be something that would drive you crazy. But I
Yeah,
feel
of
like
course it would.
But if you knew when you die, you can like
You can
more
I
so
guess-
make sure you live life to the fullest. Like if you know you're gonna die,
You know, instead of that pesky actually having to try every single day. I mean, I don't want to waste my time. You know, I want
Well,
some off days here.
I'm just saying, if you know you're gonna live to 105, then you're
Wow,
like,
that's wishful thinking.
well, just take my time. Well, the way I eat, I think I'll make it.
Who would have thought that refried beans and In-N-Out cheese would be the secret to immortal life?
105 years old, immortal life. All right, next question.
Drummer Shy says, which pony had the best Halloween costume and why? We answered this during the show. I said Applejack because she's adorable.
I'm gonna go with Derpy and the freaking Twilight Sparkle.
What about you, Sarah?
I rather enjoyed seeing the Jim and the hologram pony in the background.
I missed
And
that. I'll have to go back and look at that again.
She was right next to the Sailor Moon pony. So those two are kind of my favorites.
By the way, Shy-Fro went ahead and
This is so funny.
photoshopped wings on your heads and gave me horn wings.
Yeah. I saw that earlier.
It's so great.
It'd be a hard time for me sleeping at night.
That's what I was worried about. That's why I went with the winged head.
But that would also be really hard to sleep with at night. Or live life in... I mean, at
Sleep
least...
on your stomach.
Yeah, I guess. Or I can have a... I mean... I look really badass, though, with, like, horns coming out
You
of the
do.
side.
You do.
Yeah.
And your water bottle that you're holding.
All right, I'm thirsty. All right, let me put that off then.
What I love is how when you can tell what venue we're at just by looking at the chairs.
Yes.
I'm like, yes.
Fiesta Equestria.
Let's see. Stubby asked another question. What is your favorite genre of music?
Oh, that's a good question. I like orchestral, classic, EDM. Those are my favorites.
Favorite for me is soundtrack, if that counts as a. I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, soundtrack music. I listen to that all day at work. A good soundtrack can make or break a movie. So.
Dude, I'll tell you the soundtrack I'm waiting for right now is the One Punch Man soundtrack. It is so good.
Is it?
Oh god, the show's great music.
Nice.
What about you, Sarah?
I'm kind of more of like a old-fashioned type of person when it comes to music. I really enjoy electric swing, and I like doo-wop, and I like whatever the Two Men Gentlemen Band, which is the same people that work on the music for Wander Over Yonder. I love their music. It's kind of like a bluegrass type of thing. So I'm kind of all over the place, honestly.
How
But
dare
mostly
you have-
old styles music. I don't listen to much modern music.
Nice.
I'm scrolling up here. Alec Greer. Hey, Alec. He says, are you and Sarah, so this is for you two, are you guys going to go see the Peanuts movie this weekend?
This might be you and Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah, you're going to see the Peanuts this weekend?
I want to check it out. Peanuts was never like my favorite thing growing up, but I do really appreciate the art style of this movie, and it looks cute, so I think I'll check it out.
Yeah, I want to see it too. Tuesday, Sarah? Sound good?
Yeah,
After tacos?
sure.
Nice. This is why we have I'm telling you, man. You need to come out here so we can watch a movie. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason I can go back afterwards.
And then you can get back.
You know, that was money well spent for that flight.
Ah, yes. Imperfect 13 asks any movies you plan on seeing in theaters soon.
How about that?
How about that? What's the what's the big one besides, like, I know Star Wars is on everyone's list.
Yeah.
I thought there was one coming up that you and I were like, yeah, we should see that.
The
I want
Good
to see.
Dinosaur?
Yeah, the Good Dinosaur. I want to see that.
That's it. Yeah, that comes out this week, doesn't it?
I think. Let me
Oh, it
check.
looks so cute. Like I feel like people really aren't hyped over it like they are for like Inside Out or other big Pixar films, but this one's gonna be good. I can just
You know-
tell.
I kind of chalk
November
it up.
25th.
Oh,
Oh wow, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of chalk it up to the marketing. Like I feel like this one's just been
kind of fall on his face.
a commercial here or there. I'm like, oh, I haven't
Yeah, there hasn't been much for it yet.
like just think about the marketing for Wreck-It Ralph. They had a freaking
Yeah.
video game developed for that.
They had 3
See, she would know.
because I played them all.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Nothing
Alec,
but a sucky tie-in game.
what is this? Alec has a joke. There is a character in Zootopia named Duke Weaselton. Get the joke?
Dude,
Yeah, because
Weston.
the Weasel,
Weasel.
is played by Tudyk, which also voiced the Duke of Weaselton on Frozen.
Oh,
And he's been in a lot of Disney movies lately. Alan Tudyk was King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph. He was the guy.
He was
that-
King Candy.
Yeah. He was the guy that ran the big company in Big Hero 6 that the bad guy wanted to get revenge on. And then he was Duke of Weselton in Frozen, and now he's Duke Weaselton in Zootopia.
God. Oh my goodness.
Drummer Shy says, "Did you all see the new Warcraft trailer?" I don't think the official trailer is out yet. I would have known. I saw a teaser trailer, and the actual trailer comes out, I think, on Friday at BlizzCon. I'm so excited to see what it looks like, though. Like, this can make or break the video game genre for movies, so I'm excited.
Oh wow, a lot on it. Nathan's asking, do you guys have any recommendations for TV shows to get interested in?
Game of Thrones.
Boy, do I. All of them are cartoons, though.
Fire away.
Okay. We Bear Bears, Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, Regular Show. Oh, wait.
Rick and Morty.
I haven't watched that one yet. I want to.
It's
I
good.
want to start. There's one on the tip of my tongue. Check out Star versus the Forces of Evil. That one's a cute one.
It's cute.
There was another one. What is another cartoon I watch? I watch so many. I'll think of it later.
It's funny because Nickelodeon has like literally nothing.
Yeah. After
let's see.
Korra, they just haven't had anything.
My list is Rocket Power.
Oh, that's a good one. You should definitely add Pinswick onto that list, or Pelswick
To her list?
to your list.
Thank you. Rocco's Modern Life.
Are you being serious?
I mean, I enjoyed those as a kid, yeah, but I don't watch them now.
Pelswick's funny because actually I probably shouldn't use the word funny. It's interesting because it stars this like it has really weird sloppy animation. Like it's almost like somebody in a wheelchair who has no controls over their hands.
Oh my God! Wander Over Yonder. That's the last one, and that's my favorite show.
You couldn't remember that one?
Ooh, Rosie in the chat. Jesus.
Did you
Oh my
mention
God.
Salad Fingers?
No, I did not.
Good.
Wander Over Yonder is my top recommendation. Go watch it. It's so good. I love it.
Glad someone was paying attention. Man. Let's see here. Jory is asking, what is your and Sarah's favorite Tim Burton movie?
Honestly, my favorite Tim Burton movies are actually ones that are directed by Henry Selick, which is Nightmare Before Christmas and James and the Giant Peach.
Ooh.
I watched James the Giant Peach like yesterday, and what an odd movie.
Yeah,
It is.
It's an odd movie, but I love it.
It's there's something very alluring about it, but I can't put my finger on it, and it's just so. I like the visuals. I like the characters. The story's stupid though. I hate the plot.
It's a movie that if you think too much about, you go,
Stu-
what the hell?
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
What is
Rhinoceros to come get me!
what is it in that peach?
Dude, I tell you what, I feel awful for the seagulls. Like, that's animal cruelty.
Yeah, no. You know, an interesting little story, a tidbit here. Since Halloween just ended, I was catching up on Friday the 13th. I'd never seen the original Friday the 13th, and there was a really interesting little scene in there where there's a snake that shows up in the cabin, and they're like, and they kill it, and they're like, oh my god, crazy. But they actually killed it. Like, they actually put a snake in the cabin to film this scene, and they actually killed the snake. And it's like, oh, wow. Yeah, no, like legit, like, would have been in trouble with animal cruelty rights back in the day if they were there. So I thought that was really interesting. I was like, oh, wow, they actually killed the snake. So,
I know in some ways they'll take cats and throw them like people.
Well, that's just fun.
We've got 3 minutes left, so you want to do a little bit of a lightning round?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do the first one, then you can.
Wait. Bob asked a good question.
What?
Whatever happened to the toy giveaway?
Oh. Next time, I'm gonna start the episode off with it. Next time, I feel like I right now would be a lot of dead air of me trying to figure it out. So next time I will do it. I'll probably do something where, like, if you guys like favorite a tweet or retweet it, then I will put you in the running, and then I'll count it up and we'll give it away next episode. So we'll do that next week.
That's pretty funny.
I promise we'll do it next week.
That was a good question, Bob.
Thank you, Bob, for keeping me accountable. You're my accountant. Flight Force says, if money was an option, what car would you buy and why? I would buy a Lamborghini. What about you all?
T-Bird.
I feel like I'd want to get something like a Lamborghini or a Porsche, or like I think I'd actually go with, like I said, my childhood favorite car of a Dodge Viper.
Dodge Viper?
Yeah, I might as well get it and see how long it lasts.
And Perfect 13 says, which holiday do you want to see an episode written around that one hasn't been written around yet?
Harbor Day.
Harbor Day, absolutely.
Leif Erikson Day. Ding-a-ding-a-doo.
Kwanzaa. Zakora can finally get an episode.
Oh, finally. Geez, I mean, they've covered quite a bit of the main ones, at least. 4th of July.
4th of July, America. Even though the show's like made in Vancouver, they celebrate those.
Yes, USA.
Riley says, "What religion are you?" We'll save that for some other episode.
USA, USA.
All right. I'm gonna ask one last question. You cool with that? And we can close it out.
Yeah, that sounds good to
I'm
me.
gonna get one from our good friend Ozzy. Ozzy all says, "What is your favorite holiday special?"
Good question. Oh God, and so hard. And
Stiff in the neck.
Does
just
the
thinking of that.
entire Muppet Christmas Carol count as a Christmas special?
Absolutely.
Yay! Then that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh God.
It is the perfect. It's close as you can get to a perfect movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna let. Oh yes. See, I'm limited down. Oh God. That's
Mr. Scrooge.
Tough. That's tough. Because I want to go something aside from what you guys said. I know that stuff's good. Oh man. You know what I want to see? I think this will be an easier answer for me. Is what I want to see. Is we had this like VHS tape or something of this Disney special, and Sarah, I know you'll know what I'm talking about, but it has Chip and Dale and their house gets cut down and becomes a Christmas tree, or whatever, and like
the
Pluto
short?
chase. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
haven't seen that in years, and it's probably on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just like that was it was just always fun to watch as a kid. I always love, though, I will say I love holiday specials when they tie it in to characters that you know and love from cartoons and whatnot, because I feel like you get to learn a little bit more about those characters. And then like in my head, I'm thinking like, man, I wish they had a Christmas special for Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers because I think that would have been so cool. So yeah, no, I mean, I love Christmas specials. Sarah could tell you, I fill up our box on Halloween. I'm gonna do the same thing when we get into the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Why don't we have a Thanksgiving episode in My Little Pony?
Because Christmas says hello.
Mm.
I mean, just imagine that as they are chopping up the turkey, and they're like, "Yes, it's good, so good."
All right, I think that is it for questions, and I believe that is it for episode 7 of the Semi Perfect podcast. Do y'all want to share anything or say anything before we close this out?
Yeah. Well, Sarah, first I'll let you go.
Get out! Run while you still can!
Okay.
No,
Bye.
I'm sorry. So, no,
She
go-
literally just ran out the door. Oh, and she's gone. Yeah, no, as I mentioned, Bronies React. A lot of people are asking about it, and I'm kind of sticking to my guns here as far as really any like details. I'm only really gonna give here on the show. So all those people that are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, I know I'm driving you crazy, but there's a show that I keep telling people that there's details. So yeah, no, the Cutie Mark Crusader episode continues to be worked on. I've been chopping up footage. Finishing probably tonight. Gonna finish chopping up the footage of the first whole person. God, whole person chopped up.
You are a murderer.
Yeah, I am. So, just really excited. This is gonna be one of those things that after this Bronies Rat gets released, I'll be able to tell more stories. But I'll leave it at I've had to really chop up this person's footage quite a bit. So you'll find out.
I
why
wonder
later.
who it could possibly be.
So it's been very entertaining though going through the people's footage I had. Like I mentioned, also this is going to be a smaller one. I think there's going to be 4 different full-on like camera angles. I think a grand total of well, there's going to be more than that as far as people competing. Why was I going to say competing? Anyways, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to putting it together, and I think that you're all in for a treat for this one because it's going to be special.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. The final product. But all right, well, that is it for episode 7 of the Semi Perfect podcast. And just so you all know, I'm having some trouble with SoundCloud right now with uploading episodes, and therefore that's preventing me from uploading to iTunes. But if you all want to watch the episodes and as a video or on just like on an archive or whatever, go hit up our YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find it quickly. One moment. Semi Perfect podcast. Pidcast. Good job, Steven.
Podcast.
And
Nice.
you can go here and subscribe, and we upload our videos there. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're signing off, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Them ponies.